Welcome back to the Fate of Drakkenheim. This is the Dungeon Dudes D&D 5th Edition actual play campaign. I'm Monty Martin, running the game as Dungeon Master.
And I am Kelly McLaughlin, playing Sebastian Crow, professional worm rider. And we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Denitis playing Veo Senya, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger Rogue Bomb Specialist.
And Joe Gorman playing Pluto Jackson, the amateur worm rider.
Thanks for joining us once again. We're the Dungeon Dudes. We create all sorts of great content here on YouTube for everything D&D, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video. It really helps make sure that our content reaches you and everyone else.
You can also join us on Tuesday evenings when we premiere this campaign right on YouTube from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can also check out all of the episodes as an audio-only podcast as well.
If you love the work that we do here on the channel and want to really show your support, one of the best ways that you can do that is by picking up a copy of one of our books. And best of all, you get a bunch of great material that you can use to bring a bit of Drakkenheim into your own campaigns. Head on over to the Ghostfire Gaming store or hit up Drakkenheim.com and you can get a copy of Dungeons of Drakkenheim, Sebastian Crow's Guide to Drakkenheim featuring our Apothecary class, or pre-order Monsters of Drakkenheim to really infuse your games with some Eldritch Horror and support the channel while you're at it. With that, let us return to the ruins.
Drakkenheim is no more. The devastation which fell upon that accursed place left a kingdom in ruin. Now, horrors lurking in the haze grow ever more great and terrible, while simmering tensions between rival factions boil over into outright war. The power of monarchs, mages, and priests hangs in the balance. 6 unlikely heroes join forces to confront the coming chaos. They shall decide, once and for all, the fate of Drakkenheim.
When last we left our heroes, Veo was about to blow up St. Selena's Abbey, while Sebastian and Pluto ride the worm into St. Selena's to wreak havoc upon the stronghold of the followers of the Falling Fire.
And to prove that Mercy is weak and that she's going to regret the day that she let us go peacefully.
Because we never go peacefully.
Trying to take the high road and seeing the good in us is the last mistake she'll ever make.
High road us, will you? We'll kill everything you love and blow everything up.
And steal all your stuff.
Okay. With the telepathic bond active, okay. The only thing that I do need is earlier you were concentrating on neutralizing field.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gone.
So with now your new magic in effect, I do need Constitution saving throws from both of you from the deep haze.
We're going to ride the deep haze.
17.
And Pluto?
28.
Pluto succeeds, but Sebastian fails. So Sebastian, you actually do take 20 necrotic damage, and you gain 1 level of contamination.
I'm resistant to necrotic.
You have Expurgo too, don't forget.
And I do have Expurgo, so I'm gonna succeed that.
Okay.
I also, just for a reminder, I have 1 level of contamination.
Okay. Good to know.
When did you get that?
Before we realized that we should be taking Expurgo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when it was like, oh.
Okay. And Vale, I'll have you roll me 1 as well.
15.
So you do take 20 necrotic damage, and you also gain
Can I use my
Expurgo?
Because in the Abbey, they don't care.
They don't care.
Right.
They just love it. They breathe it.
Yeah.
They drink the contaminated water.
Yeah.
The contaminated sparkling water. What's that bubbly taste? Delirium.
Yep.
I have a weak constitution.
Okay. So,
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
as the distant sound of rumbling and shaking earth sounds, Veo, you notice it is night as well, so it is dark out. But the rumbling and shaking sounds causes many of the followers of the Falling Fire to rouse in their positions and start to make looking at what might be going on.
Fair.
Because you are in position over the chapel, as in response to that sound, the paladins that are stationed here do not leave their positions. But you notice that a few more people are getting up, and there are people that are sort of starting to gather in the middle of the cloister at the sound of the rumbling, and you hear like a few people being like, "Is it an earthquake? Is it a tremor?" And it seems like the followers of the Falling Fire know that these are things that can happen in this area. And you catch a few whispers being like, "I hope Lucretia is safe. They should be making their way back shortly. Shouldn't be too long now." So that also seems like it may be a factor.
We'll eat her.
So, how do you guys want to have this play out? Because right now, the ball is in your court.
Well, as soon as I hear the rumbling, I'm like, that's the signal.
We're bringing the party to you, Veo.
And my plan is that I'm gonna essentially scale the inside invisibly so I can get down and use the rumbling almost as cover to do it as quickly as possible and get as close to the brazier as I can.
Yeah, so the closest that you can get to the brazier is you are 60 feet directly above it. Because as I said, the dome rises up, and then there's this chimney that allows the flame in the center to rise up and exhaust out the top.
Yeah.
So that's the closest you can get to the flame.
But can I, through the smoke, get on the inside of the ceiling and like crawl
Can you
in?
climb upside down on ceilings?
Can I? I can climb.
But you're not a spider climber.
But I'm not a spider
Okay,
climber.
so then I will need an athletics or acrobatics check for you to do that climb.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. 27.
Okay, so you clamber and you're hanging down from the ceiling. Again, you are now on the inside of a dome. There's the smoke is rising up into you, and what you do realize in this moment is that because of the smoke hitting your body, it's like the flower and an invisible person situation.
Oh, okay.
Right? So like the smoke is moving around your invisible body, creating a tangible outline of where if you're staying in this position. And and all I'm gonna have you do is give me a Constitution saving throw, because the ash and soot is like going in your senses.
18.
Okay, you know that thing where you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna sneeze," and you like do like you kind of feel like your eyes water as you're trying to hold on and not like sneeze or choke or cough at the same time. Yeah, you get the sense that I'm gonna have you, for every round you stay in this position, you're gonna have to roll that save.
Yeah, so my thought is that like there's two ways I could go about it. If I can climb down the wall and like grab onto like
There is
anything.
nothing to grab onto. This is a domed ceiling that is decorated with plaster. There's not really like it's slightly vaulted, but it's really like your claws dig into things.
Okay.
But there's not a lot to actually hold on to support you.
Then my thought here is that I'm gonna feather fall onto it, and as I'm getting down, I drop the delirium and thunderstep back up.
Love it. Okay.
Uses
So
all the
that's
rest of
what-
my spell slots.
Okay. So Veo feather falls down, drops the delirium crystals, and you cast Thunderstep to go back up.
And I'm not invisible as I'm coming down, though. That's the only thing, because I cast Featherfall.
Right.
So they see me.
So it's just a cat.
I'm
Floating.
descending from the ceiling.
But Featherfall is a reaction
yeah.
to cast, and because we're not playing the 24 rules, you can still cast a reaction spell and a leveled spell on your turn. In 24, this would not be possible. So you spend your movement to drop down. You cast Featherfall to land safely. You become visible because you cast a spell. You drop you let go of the delirium in the bag, and you cast Thunderstep. There is a crash. Okay, so roll me 3d10 for the damage.
Come on, dice.
Just a bag of delirium.
18.
Okay, the 18 damage from the thunder damage shatters the 4 delirium crystals as you teleport back up on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
As that happens, the 4 delirium shards all ignite and explode with arcane anomalies. So I need 4 D100 rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
99?
99.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
66.
Okay.
60.
46.
46.
46. 99, 66, 46.
32.
Okay.
Good range.
Okay, so the first we're gonna go up in ascending order here.
Cool.
So first, the 32. Horrific black tentacles appear out of the shattered delirium crystal and grab around the brazier and begin pulling it apart as black tentacles emerge out to rip it apart. So the area is covered in black tentacles. 46.
These poor paladins.
Then, the skin, flesh, and hair sloughs off all living humanoid creatures within the area in horrific display of gore, leaving behind only their skeletons' equipment. This doesn't kill or otherwise harm the affected creatures or change their game statistics, but their flesh, skin, and hair regrow slowly and painfully over the next 3 to 6 hours. So that happens to the paladins. So they're freaking out. Ah! It's like their skin is melting off of them.
This is your faith doing this.
Welcome to Drakkenheim.
Okay. Unfortunately, 2 really crazy things are going to happen to you. First of all, I need you to roll me a d6.
Or
3.
Okay.
Scared.
Okay, because you are considered the triggering creature.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
This isn't another Rudy jellyfish situation.
You still need to cast darkness on the brazier.
Yes, I do.
I know what's gonna happen.
And I have 0 magic on
Okay.
this.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Do you have
Tell us,
anything in your
Monty.
ring? No.
I have that thing in
But
my ring.
darkness.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this? I don't think I wrote this.
Kelly?
Kelly, did you write this?
What does 66 do? What does 66
Don't
do?
look at me. Don't look at me.
Okay, no, this is 66. I wrote 66.
I wrote
and
99.
unfortunately, this is the second time this happens.
I
to
wrote
you.
99. and
Jill,
I
you
know
gain
it.
3. Veo gains 3 levels of contamination. This is the thing that happened to Rudy, and now it happens to Veo.
Oh no!
Yeah. So you gain 3 levels of contamination. So roll me 3d6 in order. So
3d6?
yeah. So d6.
6.
No mutations.
3.
No mutations.
5.
No mutations. So you gain no mutations, but you do gain 3 levels of contamination.
And you can't expert any of it, right? It's just like instant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then finally, 99.
Sorry.
This
Okay.
one.
No, who wrote this? Seriously, did you?
Did we fact check it?
I feel like I did.
You asked me to write 99, and I wrote 99.
Yeah, you did. You gain the ability to see through all of time and space, gaining unbound knowledge of all that has been and all that will be. You immediately take 64 psychic damage.
Oh no!
If this damage reduces you to 0, you're knocked unconscious but stable. However, for the next hour, when you make an ability check, you treat all your d20 rolls as 20. And all attacks against you have advantage. I know you wrote this, Kelly. I'm gonna basically say that you gain the effects of the Foresight spell for the next hour.
Oh my
no
gosh.
way.
So you have advantage on everything, and everything has disadvantage against you.
You're super Veo.
Yeah, but at the end of the hour, you will take another 64 psychic damage as you are flung back to a basic understanding of life, the universe, and probability.
Now I have a question.
Yeah. So yeah, because I think this is the first time I read this, Kelly. We're gonna make it foresight.
Yeah, no, that makes
Foresight,
sense.
yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, we'll make it so you get the benefits of the foresight spell for the next hour.
But your mind will shatter.
But at the end of the hour, your mind will shatter.
But part of that is like you know everything.
She knows everything.
Does Veo know in this moment where the reliquary is, where the bones are?
No, it's kind of like an understanding. Yeah.
She knows how everything in the world works.
How do the Modrons work in the clock tower?
They work as they do.
Perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Okay. That said, this will end your concentration on Pass Without Trace is definitely gone.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the psychic damage.
Oh yeah.
What I will say is that because of their flesh melting off, the paladins are too stunned and horrified by what just happened to them. And if you want to use this opportunity to cast darkness on the altar, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go. It shall be. The darkness comes down.
Yeah.
And all shall be darkness until we bring the light.
It's weird that Veo just has a third eye appear in the middle of her forehead.
Yeah. And
Holy moly.
it goes out.
It consumed by the tentacles.
Yeah, as the tentacles rip it apart.
Screaming skeleton paladins.
Yeah,
all
as they start
seeing
screaming.
Veo.
I imagine my featherfall is on and I just glide down from the roof as people are running and screaming and...
There's like darkness emanating out of you and you're just like third eye Veo.
As the ward goes down, the purple worms, ridden by Pluto and Sebastian, crash towards St. Selena's. You come upon basically you can just imagine these worms like the it's like the tidal wave of like rushing up Earth with still the animated objects that are speaking the horrible truth. The stones are kind of coming to life as you run across, saying there is no hope.
Have we stirred up any other commotion in the area?
Oh yeah. However, a lot of the monsters. This is the only issue is that because you've brought 2 crater worms, most of the other monsters are terrified of crater worms.
That's fair.
And so seeing that these things are having their lunch, a lot of the monsters are not even gonna try.
It's okay, it's just me, 2 worms, and intrusive thoughts, and Pluto.
I'm here.
Yeah. Alrighty, so the 2 of you appear on the worms.
You get the little one.
We don't slow down. We full movement speed into the front gate.
Rip and tear until it's done.
Okay.
Wait, what's an appropriate?
Actually, I am on the roof and I just gesture you.
The theme song to Pluto Jackson's Monster Hunt starts to play.
Thanks, Veo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did so well, Veo.
It is done.
Okay.
As it should have been done.
Super Veo. We just got to make sure you have 65 health in an hour. That's all right.
So that's where the chapel is relative to everything else. Okay?
Okay.
As you all come in from the side to attack the monastery itself, racing past the encampment on the outside, and I think at this stage, we're rolling for initiative. Because, we got to put you into initiative order. So, Veo, what did you get for initiative?
I rolled a natural 20, so 33.
Sebastian?
18.
Okay. Pluto?
6.
Okay.
You're still new at worm riding. I've been doing it my whole life.
For amateur. Totally amateur.
So while you guys are riding the worms, because neither of you have the mounted combatant feat, the worms aren't actively like attacking right now. They're controlled by you. They act on your turn. They move with you, and that's how I'm going to rule them until such a time that you decide to dismount them and let them.
So in order to dominate monster, I can spend my action to control them completely?
Yeah.
Can I still do that?
If you want to.
Even if I'm riding them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to spend your action to have the worm attack, then you can.
I need to pull up a crater worm stat. Can I? I'm cool to look at the crater worm stats here.
Basically, they make bite attacks against everything within 5 feet of a target with a plus 14 to hit.
Can they explode through walls?
Yeah,
They can burrow, right?
Yeah, they can burrow. They can break walls for sure. You crash through the front door.
And I start eating.
Yeah.
So just exploding through the front door, I'm gonna start mowing down on whatever's in there.
Yeah. Just don't roll a 1.
How many attacks do I get?
There's 2 followers of the falling fire that are right in there. Yeah, 2 of them.
18 and an 11 on the die.
Both of them are do either of them make her save? No, both are swallowed.
Swallowed whole.
Yeah, by the worm. Nom!
Yeah, so just bursting through, and it just and as it like goes through the room, chomping.
Yeah,
Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's Pac-Manning.
yeah.
Pac-Man style.
And Veo, what are you gonna do?
So I imagine I run across the roof
Do this, sir.
and I want to feather fall
I think I just
because it's
got
been
there.
less than a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Down to where the door is to the tower.
So you want to head towards the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna say that you're using your full. Now you're not invisible.
Nope.
Okay. So you're down on the ground level.
How many people are around the tower entrance?
Well, right now you're at the cathedral.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're at the chapel. Okay. So again, look at the map there that I sent you because that's going to help you figure out where you are in relation.
Yep.
So Sebastian and Pluto, if you guys are looking at the map, you guys basically just came in and crashed into the common hall.
Okay.
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 Veo is over at the chapel.
Yeah.
We're gonna be making our way there.
To the chapel? Oh, I'm gonna make my way towards
Or-
the. I say
You guys are
your lines.
telepathically connected. So
Yeah.
do this.
We're
Make
heading
your way
to
to the tower.
to the tower.
We need to get the helmet.
Okay, so the tower is your target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to at least start to run across the. Make my
Oh,
way
so
towards it with
all that,
whatever
and it's a
movement I
purple
can,
one.
and likely that's what I'll do until these guys.
Okay. How fast can you book it, Veo?
On my first turn, I can go 30, 40, 80, 80. I can go 80 feet.
If you
80 feet?
Yeah.
If you use all
Oh,
your
plus
action.
then if I dash, we're using my bonus action.
Yeah.
So, 80 plus, so 120, I think? Because you can't double a...
You can double dash. What's your base speed?
30. Plus 10 on my first turn.
Okay.
Plus if I use my feline agility, that doubles. And then if I dash,
So then
that's
your
another
base speed
20.
is 80. So you can cover 240 feet if you dash and dash again.
Oh. Yeah, does that get me over... in terms of...
I mean, this is the length, like basically that this is the distance. So this is 2 feet. Sorry, this is 3 feet. So this is 36. So that's 180 feet right there.
Okay.
So yeah, you can, if you feline agility and double dash, you can get right to the base of the abbess's tower.
But are there people guarding the door still?
Are you running on the roof?
Yeah.
Yes. The whole place is under attack, and as you arrive at the door, like you can see from the rooftops, right? Like you are still invisible in darkness, and the roofs are not illuminated.
Yeah.
Right. So as you come up on the roof, you can see that the knights that are at the base of the abbess's tower, they're holding their positions.
So instead of double dashing, what I'll do is I'll use my cunning action to dash as my
Okay.
bonus action. Feline agility is just an ability, and then I'm gonna take 3 shots at the guards at the door.
Okay. Go for it.
And I get advantage.
Yeah,
on
on
that
every
because
single-
On everything.
attack.
You got advantage on everything.
for the next hour.
20 to
Okay.
hit.
That does hit.
27 to hit,
Oh yeah, you're well above.
and then 26.
Okay. All of those hit. Yeah.
I'll do that one. 54 on the first shot.
Okay.
And then it's... okay. 29 damage on the second.
Mm-hmm.
And then 25 on the third.
Your 3 shots kill one of the knights.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who drops to the ground as the delirium shard in their chest flares to light as their soul is pulled into it, and it turns golden.
Collect that.
And Pluto, what are you going to do?
Don't worry, there's plenty more.
I mean, Sebastian's crashing through the front gate.
So, relative to everything right now, just so that we know, so Veo is basically over here,
Yeah.
right? The Abbess's tower is right here, so we might shift things down a little bit depending on. So this is where the Abbess's tower is.
And that's where we're headed. So I'm going to head towards the tower.
Okay.
And can I ride the worm while it burrows?
I'm gonna say not without a lot of harm to yourself, right? Because the worm is digging it's digging a tunnel, but its body is it doesn't have any way to dig while you're on it.
So, because I was thinking I wanted to just burrow into the ground. Maybe I jump off of it and I chase after it through the hole that it digs in the earth.
Okay, if that's how you want to do it.
Or, I just crash through the wall.
Just so that you know, it burrows at half of its burrow speed. So when it leaves a tunnel behind, it burrows at 15 feet speed.
Let's just run through the wall. Can it just burst through the side of the...
Basically, yeah.
Then I'd do that.
Yeah.
Into the...
It's got a speed of 50 feet, so...
Well, did we establish that you came in over here?
That's where you put your minis, yeah.
Sure. So I'm...
Path of least resistance.
Yeah, punch me through. Punch me through right behind you, and I'm heading straight towards the tower.
Yeah, just knock him over.
Just, yeehaw!
Yeah, you crash through one of the cells out into the cloister, knocking over one of the pedestals. There's debris raining everywhere, and several of the people just like they're screaming everywhere. As just a trail of destruction.
Like these are gargantuan creatures that are giant worms that are just swallowing tons of things as it blindly drives through.
You did that.
And then as I get my bearings, I turn the creature and head towards the...
Do you want to mow down on any...
I mean, he's probably mowing down on people, yeah. I'm sure he ate some people on the way.
Sorry, Barrel Man.
Sorry, Barrel Man.
You burst through the cell. There's people sleeping in that room that are just waking up, and they don't wake up again.
When they wake up, I think inside the maw.
Where they're devoured and acid.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep through being eaten. So they wake up.
It
by
is.
debris.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
First
some
the
people.
D-pays, now this. Okay, my turn's done.
Okay.
Yeehaw!
As your worm lowers down and you look down at the woman and you're like, "Is that a baby?" She's like, "No, it's Brett." And then you ate.
Good.
Great.
Okay. Moving on from my turn. Now. We move on now.
Oh, good.
Okay. So, we go to the top of the round. There is chaos in the cloister as the followers of the Falling Fire, many of the folk here are commoners and or are not strong combatants. So there's people that are both running and fleeing, but there are others that are resolute in wanting to fight back. So several do move forward to try to mount some kind of defense.
Good luck.
In vain.
And fight back in vain. So I will roll some attacks. What I'll say is that your worms have 250 50 hit points each.
Yeah.
So the worms each take 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep track of that. I'll keep track of my worm.
As they mount whatever defense that they can. As we go to the top of the round, the paladin Veo, you've left the chapel. Okay. And so what are you gonna do?
I'm going to continue to try to clear my path into the building, into
Okay.
the tower.
Okay.
So from the darkness above, my arrows rain down upon those fighting back.
Okay. Take your shots.
All right, I say, my vision is clear, my path is forward.
Oh god.
So a 28 or 29 to hit. A 18 to hit.
Both of those will hit.
Okay. And then a 27 to hit.
Everything hits the second night.
Good night. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Was his fate written in the stars? That's my third one. Oh, wait.
He was destined to die at this moment, in this time, in this place.
By my hand.
Everything has come to pass as it should. I don't think they saw this coming.
Probably not. They thought, like, there's an explosion at the center of their, like, protective magic, and then 2 purple worms explode. Like, no.
46 on the first.
Okay.
26 on the second. And 22
The other is slain.
Blech.
arrows from the darkness.
I just picture both of the guards, like, as they're watching in horror, they just get, like, a bunch of arrows.
Pelted.
And they fall over.
Moths too close to the flame.
I like Nuveo.
All seeing Veo is terrified.
Absolutely incredible.
'Tis but a drop of sand in the beach of the... I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things are happening.
All
that
right,
are
Veo,
meant
you've
to.
shot down two of the knights that are guarding the abbess's tower.
Yep.
Great. So, Sebastian.
I munch and move.
Okay. Munch and move.
How many die?
3 more are devoured.
Completely.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, none of them make their saves against being swallowed. Whether or not they're dead inside the worm is an open question. Well, it's... The bite attack does 20 damage, and then they're inside the worm until they escape.
So taking contamination.
Yeah, so...
and being devoured.
So yeah, 2 worms just crash through the common hall.
Hey, Daddy Worm.
Never talk to me or my son ever.
We're in.
There are 2 people in there, but I think they got crushed by tables.
Yeah, it's bad. It's absolutely the destruction. Like these people are running. This lady's picking up her chickens and pulling the donkeys. They run. This guy's like stop shot. Yeah, they're just fleeing at this point. Yeah.
Oh, definitely the pig.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're in that pit.
Sebastian beelines for the pig.
Yeah, people are just running at this point. Yeah. And Pluto, what are you gonna do?
I head straight towards the Yep. 50 feet.
Just crash.
Just going straight through, carving a line through any and everything. On
These 2 die.
And I yell, repent! Repent! as I carve my way through the common.
This is the most fun I've ever had.
I'm having an absolute blast. And as I ride by Sebastian, I high five you.
This is like having the tank in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Wait, Pumpkin Man is alive! Yay! He's fine.
It's Pumpkin Man's brother.
Oh yeah, Pumpkin's man brother, and he survives.
I see him just.
Why don't you let go? Like, why don't you let go of the pumpkins, man?
He gets out there and a vulture just comes and picks
Yeah.
it up.
Oh, and just weirder still. Well, after this initial mess, the people who are like just picking themselves up, a bunch of little rock monsters come hobbling in, being like, "You're not worthy."
You're not.
They're talking to Sebastian, but everybody just assumes that they're coming in talking to them.
Yeah.
Pretty standard insecurity.
It's just an utter swath of complete destruction.
You'll never amount to anything. Believe in nothing.
Oh, whose turn is it? That was my turn.
That was. So there are a couple more defenders, and a few still can.
Okay.
What you see is that there are several of the more adept seeing the attack occurring. You see that there are more people that are starting to make their way towards the chapel to mount a defense there.
Fair.
Right, and there are others that are like, again, the response to this is an absolutely brutal attack, and most of the vast majority of individuals here have no chance of like fighting back against either you or the worms. So it seems like whatever the stronger defenders that are amongst the followers of the Falling Fire are kind of trying to assemble to fight back coherently. Like you guys have gained the benefit of essentially the shock and awe of your initial attack, right?
I have an idea for the chapel later.
Meteor swarm.
No, better.
Okay.
Yeah. I have an idea for later. We'll
Okay.
do the tower first.
You were able to reach the ground floor of the abbess's tower, and where Veo has already, and as you gather together, Veo has already assassinated the two knights that were guarding the tower.
Veo, great work.
I have dispatched the guards, as was seen.
What's that on your forehead?
Nothing. My all-seeing eye. I know the way forward. Come.
Now,
Right.
with the wards down, I need you all to give me a con save against the D-Pace. Remember,
Ooh.
you
I have advantage.
I'm gonna use another Aqua Expurgo.
I'm gonna
use Aqua Expurgo. I've used one.
I have a plus 11 to my con save, and
Okay.
I'm not doing great.
I'm gonna use lucky, my last lucky, to reroll that one to a natural 20.
Okay.
Because I'm really contaminated and I don't want to lose that Expurgo.
Okay. Alrighty. So this is the top level of the Abbess's tower. Crashing along on the worms and riding up. How do you guys want to deal with this situation?
Is there a stretch of wall that doesn't have arcane rune windows? Like I'm looking like here. Like, can I purple worm through a chunk of wall that is like spaced out enough that I could like munch and pull some bricks out?
Give me an Arcana check.
16.
Okay. You suspect that the runes form an interconnected network that protects the entire perimeter, and violating the perimeter will trigger the runes.
You want to send my worm in? I hop off. You command the worm to just dig into the room.
Pluto hops onto my worm and we kind of back up a bit, and then I'm going to send Pluto's worm through one of the windows.
Okay.
It's going to burrow through. It's just going to make a nice big old doorway
Why
for
don't we
us.
just walk up the stairs?
Because the door's probably arcane runes as well. Like, either way, we have to...
Do you want me to check first?
I think...
Like
Send the
to
purple
check
worm through the door.
first. Okay, go for it. Yeah, go.
Okay. So you want to send the worm through?
Through the window.
Okay. You crash the worm through the window, and a section of the runes are triggered in the process. How far away are you, Pluto, in your worm?
Oh, I got off my worm, and I got onto Sebastian's worm, and we're sending the worm on its own.
Okay.
Or Sebastian is. He's controlling it.
Okay.
I'm just a
I
passer.
command the worm, just like smash in there.
Get in there. Make a door.
I guess before they do this, I would like to take some healing potions if we have
Sure.
some space.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take 2 superior healing potions.
Okay. You
Smart.
knock him back.
Smart.
Smart.
80. Okay.
Okay. With those 2 done, okay, the worm crashes through the wall.
We're a little further back than
You're a
this
little
shows,
further back?
yeah.
Okay. Give me a charisma saving throw for the worm.
For the worm.
I have the purple worm here.
I got it as well.
Okay.
-3. So 2.
Okay. So as the worm crashes through the wall, chains, a flare of divine energy lashes back out against the worm as the runes contained the banishment spell.
Hey!
So the worm is banished.
For a minute? For a minute? We don't know. Okay.
Does that create an opening though?
It does create an opening.
Pluto. I lower my worm down. It's almost like a ramp.
Do, and I jump through the opening.
Okay.
Vale, where's Vale's?
I'm still
Theo's
on the,
over there.
I'm still on the roof to the side. Like not on it, but like on the square ones. And I'm keeping a lookout around. With my vision.
Okay. Pluto, as you enter into the room, the symbol spell triggers.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I thought, oh man.
Yeah. There's multiple layers of protection.
Uh-oh.
I speak the command word.
When I asked
Password
if the,
is...
would I wouldn't have known that. No, I would have had no way to see that. Because I assumed when I asked if there was an opening, if that meant like the runes were dismantled.
So there are 2 layers of runes. There's
For
the
the-
ones in the room and the ones around the room.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
So-
just did...
The runes around the room are glyphs of warding, but the symbol spell in there.
Oh, God.
So the symbol spell is triggered, filling a 60-foot radius sphere with dim light for 10 minutes. So basically the tower flares with light, basically alerting everybody in the area that
We're in there?
that the tower has been breached. Each creature in the sphere, when the glyph activates, as is when you enter the sphere or the first time. So you are only targeted once per turn, but basically if you're within 60 feet of this and you're not declared immune to the effects, you've got to save against it. And so I need both of you and your worms to make wisdom saving throws.
I got a 21 for Sebastian
Okay, Sebastian's fine.
No.
and a 10 for the purple worm.
The worm is stunned. Save ends.
I'm also stunned, because I got a
Save
10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I run in, and I plant my feet, and I just go... I stop.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Sebastian?
I'm gonna vortex warp Pluto out.
Okay.
Let me just mark that down.
What? Why?
Or what? Do you want to stay in there?
I don't know. No, you do you, man.
And then the helmet is right there on the desk. Can I mage hand? The mage hand can lift 10 pounds. How heavy is a helmet?
It's You can definitely lift it, yeah.
Okay. Can I mage hand the helmet over to me?
Yes. You can mage hand the helmet over to you.
Okay.
Which triggers the glyph of warding on the helm itself.
When it gets picked up by
Yes,
the mage
there's a
hand?
glyph of warding on the helm.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
but that's still far away from me.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Too many protective spells,
She's being
Lucretia.
so annoying. She's being so annoying with her constant stuff in the way.
There's a spell in a certain book that we wrote
Uh-oh.
that does a bunch of radiant damage. Sorry. I need you. So it is a glyph of warding. So it's just going to do a bunch of damage to you. I need you to make a. Let me check for the damage.
Is it targeting? How does it know to target? Like, so it doesn't target the mage hand.
It erupts in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the glyph.
So how could it reach me?
How is
Then
your-
you're out of range. Then you would be out of range.
Yeah.
if you pick it
How
up with
far
mage
is
hand.
your mage hand? 30?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. Okay. So basically, an explosion of radiant energy fills the entire room. That would have probably been really bad.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
explosion happens. Sebastian shields himself, and then his mage hand carries the helm over to him, and he's going to mage hand it over and place it on stunned Pluto.
And
And I hope that doesn't kill Pluto. Maybe. Okay.
Pluto currently wearing a helmet?
I bring it over to me.
I mean, I don't actually have like
Yeah.
a magic helmet.
Are you using Quicken Spell to do this all in one turn?
Yeah. No. Wait. I can't.
Yeah.
Mage hand is an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you Vortex Warp Pluto out of there,
Yeah.
Great.
and that's going to be your turn.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. I was trying to puzzle it out.
It's all right. Okay. So, Vale, what are you going to do?
I still... You know what? I guess the hole is at the back
Yeah.
of the tower? Okay. I still want to view and see if there's any, like... I want to ready, essentially, shots for if anybody comes. But I do want to make sure I say, other than the helm, is there anything else in the room we should be getting? Where's the...
Vale, from your vantage point, it seems like all the defenders are racing to the chapel
Oh, okay.
and rallying there.
Yeah.
They're not trying to mount a counterattack.
Okay.
I'm guessing that the last thing that we need is in the chapel. And we're going to have to fight that archangel.
I'm thinking just the... Is it the phylactery?
Mm-hmm. Or the reliquary?
Or the reliquary, sorry. The reliquary. I'm assuming it's not in there.
I think it's in the chapel.
Okay.
Do you want to mage hand the helm out?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
do I have enough? I guess I can move and then.
You can give me a
mage
perception
hand
check.
it. 32.
So, the thing that you can see that is in this room are Lucretia Matthias's original copies of the original Testament of the Falling Fire, the original manuscripts. They form 3 volumes, and they are all kept in here.
I'm assuming I can't do that though at the same time as I get the helm.
No, you can grab one.
The books. Let's take them.
On it.
Do you have a bag of holding?
Yeah.
I shove the helmet in his bag of holding.
Okay.
Now I'm on the worm.
We're all in the worm.
Okay.
The stunned worm.
Are you guys going to take the books?
Yeah.
Okay, you take her original manuscripts, and there are also 4 spell scrolls, which you will not have the opportunity to identify right now.
I shove a bunch of papers in my bag.
Do you want to write those ones down? I'll write down the books. Or I guess you want to put the books in your bag too?
Can we burn this place to the ground?
I mean, we kind of are.
Yeah.
Light it all on fire.
Prestidigitation. It's as best as
I mean,
I
So
she
can
you're
has
going
to-
to burn all of her writings?
No.
And,
Well,
we steal most of it.
Steal the
but
writings,
Burn
yeah.
the rest of it.
Okay.
And her clothes. And her chair.
She doesn't really have much in terms of worldly possessions beyond her writings.
Yeah.
Burn it. Heresy. Burn the heretic writings of
Oh my God.
of
Wait, we're burning books now?
Well, I think
we are definitely the bad
I
guys.
think the Silver Order will want them.
Yeah, but like burn her scribblings, like all like the stuff in the margins, her like quick notes.
I mean, we have no idea what she's writing in here, so yeah. We can both like prestidigitate a fire on
start
our
a fire.
bookshelves.
Just start a nice
All
fire.
right. So you destroy her writings.
And her bedroom is.
Well, we stole
Sorry,
the original
the
manuscript.
original manuscripts we're keeping.
Yeah, you're keeping those.
Yeah.
Okay, they are 3 magical items.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're the bad guy.
No, we. You guys need to stop saying that. We picked who our enemy was, and we're defeating our enemy.
And the man with the pumpkins was your enemy.
Yes.
Okay.
Did he have delirium in his chest? You guys are confusing.
I'm teasing.
Alrighty.
How dare you?
I'm teasing.
That said, you quickly manage to all grab the things that are in the room and avoid another burst of the symbol spell.
Can I put on the helmet?
I mean, you're stunned.
Yes, but you'll have to attune to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We don't need to attune to it yet.
Are we prepared for the chapel?
I need my worm to unstun.
It takes your worm about 4 rounds before it's not stunned anymore.
After a little bit, does the other worm reappear?
How long do you want to wait?
Because I do have a plan for the chapel.
Does it involve 2 worms?
No, it doesn't need 2 worms, but hear me out. We know there's a crypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just tunnel our way to the crypt.
Yeah.
Send the worm down, we run in behind it, and we just appear in the crypt.
When they burrow, doesn't the ground fall?
No, they leave a hole behind them.
They actually... Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so the worm will explode into the crypts and we'll come out after it, guns blazing. Steal all the gold delirium, find the reliquary.
Send the worm on a eat paladins mission.
Yeah, once we're burrowed into the crypts, the worm can just go around eating all of the soldiers.
And we just get the bones and get the reliquary.
Do we even need to fight the Archangel?
If we don't have to, no. Who cares?
Just remember that each time the worm does take damage, it gets to repeat the save against your spell.
If I lose
But
control over
that
it.
doesn't really matter to you at that stage.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, you gonna do that?
Worm under control by you and worm not under control by you are very similar.
Before we do that, though, I'm gonna go... I think I should go take one more look at the chapel and see what they're doing.
Well, we're headed to the chapel.
I just want to see what they're doing, though, before we...
We go underground?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm gonna take a moment and sneak across the roof. Still dark. I'm still around, and then look through the stained glass again.
As you slip down, do give me a stealth check.
28.
Okay.
But your minimum is also a 20
you see-
for ability checks. Is it?
No,
Or
we
it's
no,
No,
advantage.
no, it's just foresight, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see, gathered in the chapel are most of the defenders. So you see the clerics and the priests of the followers of the Falling Fire, and several others. Say one of the clerics says, Lucretia Matthias will be returning as quickly as possible to aid us along with the other angels. Zariel will be our last line of defense in the sanctuary below, but we will hold here with our lives. And one of the other clerics says, we must lead the rest of the flock away from here. It is too dangerous for most of them, but we cannot allow anything to happen to the reliquaries, to the sanctuary below.
I slink back, and I repeat, and I say, The Archangel is below. But they are going to give their lives to protect what is below. We need to go there.
Okay.
Lucretia Mathias is on her way. We need to act fast if we do not want to. I don't think we're in a good position to face her right now.
We get the reliquary and we leave.
Yeah.
If it's down there. We search for it. If not, whatever other thing is down there that they're protecting. Many, many gold delirium shards. We will anger Lucretia Mathias.
More than we have.
More than we have.
Yeah.
But I think...
But if we take her stuff, destroy her base of operations, we blew up her bedroom.
I think she cares more about her followers of gold delirium than she does the helm.
We've eaten about half of them as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean below. We don't know how many pieces of gold delirium are below.
Oh yeah, we're taking those.
Yeah. That's going to anger her, I think. Okay.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of things.
Okay. So you guys proceed to try to burrow down.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Starting in the courtyard, kind of like burrow to where roughly below the cathedral would be. That's my imagination.
I'm just saying this out loud. I'm gonna burn a 4th level spell slot to regain some sorcery points.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you're still concentrating on the
Dominate monster.
dominate monster for the worms? Okay. So the worm is burrowing down beneath to get to the reliquary and burst in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think let's change the scene. The defenders rallied above, hear the rumbling, but unaware of the worm as it crashes through the wall of the sanctuary below. You emerge in an old crypt within St. Selena's, though much smaller than the crypts of St. Vitruvio and others that you've explored above. It is decorated with niches and ossuaries, ancient urns that house clerics and paladins' bodies of the sacred flame. Crashing through one of the tomb rooms, you see, adjoining this, the central chamber, where a massive cluster of golden delirium shards, the combined total of all of the slain followers of the falling fire that were sanctified, are amassed here. What strikes you so much in this moment as you look is it's almost like they are being arranged and the crystals themselves are slowly joining to one another, almost as if they are forming a proto-version of a golden delirium heart. This sacred effigy here is watched over by the Archangel Zariel. Her majestic form manifesting a flying vorpal sword at her side and a slang bow that she draws back. Roll for initiative. And Zariel says, "This is your fate here, mortals. Make your peace with the flame, for I shall give you none." Vale?
22.
Okay. Sebastian?
19.
Sebastian? Sorry, Pluto?
2.
Okay.
It was like it went 19 and then 1.
All right. As
I don't trust this guy anymore.
Zariel
Just kidding.
moves over to here, sort of flying just above.
Yep.
Zariel takes back and sends the flying sword ricochets forward, whirling through the air towards Sebastian, as Zariel looses a shot from her slaying bow at Pluto. Pluto, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Okay. I get a 20.
Okay. How many hit points do you have?
I have 196.
Okay, so you do not... Okay, so you failed your save. If you fail the saving throw against Zariel's slaying arrow and have less than 100 hit points, you die.
Oh.
Otherwise, you take 24 piercing damage and 36 radiant damage.
So 50?
Yep.
Ow! No, 60. 24 and 36?
Mhm.
Ow!
And the flying sword attacks Sebastian, getting a 34 to hit.
Can't even shield that.
Take 22 slashing damage and 36 radiant damage.
That's 36.
72.
Good.
Give me a Constitution saving throw against... I think you're looking at DC 30 here, bud. To keep your dominate monster.
Nope.
Okay, the worm is unleashed.
Oh, here we go.
Start off strong.
Okay. Now it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna do what I do best and fire at the angel.
Okay.
And I say, yes, our fates are happening here and now. 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 to hit.
Everything hits.
Okay. 45 damage.
Okay.
One. 33 damage on another.
Okay.
And then 23 on the last.
Your shots ring out, crashing into Zariel's divine form as the angel looks back on you with scorn.
I'm gonna shift back just so we're not in a line.
Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, we'll go with that corner.
Okay. Sebastian.
Other than the giant glowing crystals in the middle of the room, was there any, like, what does a reliquary look like?
You've seen it before. It's a box. Yeah.
Is there any, like, can I see anything that resembles that? Or would I have-
Because of your line of sight, like, I haven't told you what's over
Yeah.
here and what's over here.
Yeah. Well. Going to run up.
Okay. As you run up to there, you can see the reliquary is right here.
Oh.
I cast Time Stop.
Nice.
Yes!
Just do it.
Tell me about time stop.
I get 1d4 plus 1 rounds, where as long as I don't affect another creature, I can just take actions and do things as normal for that many rounds.
Okay.
That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it ends if you affect another creature or affect a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you.
Yeah.
So I can't draw
So I
their
get 4
faces.
rounds.
Yes.
This is why.
I run, I put the box in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Question. Does golden delirium react in the same way as regular delirium when it's blown up?
Golden delirium is much more resilient than regular delirium, and it does not react in the same way. So no, it is quite stable. But what I will say is that you've actually never destroyed any golden delirium aside from the time that you ate a soul out of it. So it is unclear. However, what could happen down here if you destroyed that? Like, if you affect the golden delirium or do damage, like, if you do damage to it, that'll end the time stop.
I have a question. You said that you loved eating golden delirium with your mom because it tasted so good and you regenerated quite quickly from it.
Yeah.
You regenerate from it?
So, okay, turn 1 of 4, run over, pick up the box, run back. Turn 2 of 4, will it end my time stop if I start eating souls out of this giant delirium crystal?
Okay, so the giant delirium crystal of golden delirium is composed of several other crystals that are still in the process of merging together.
Yeah.
So it's not clear to you exactly what's going to happen here, but you could probably reach in and eat a soul out of it with the same effect as before.
And then we haven't really established what exactly that does. I regain...
You haven't found out yet.
Yeah, okay.
You've never tried it.
But there is there still a bunch of loose golden delirium?
Yep.
Okay, with my second action, I'm going to shove, like, I'm just going to sweep my hand across the golden delirium into my bag of holding.
Okay.
How many do I get?
We're going to leave that indeterminate for now, but you get a lot.
Okay.
Fill in your coffers with golden delirium jammers.
Round 3, I'm going to eat a soul from the golden delirium.
Okay. Roll a d10.
8.
That is how many levels worth of spells you regain. Or you can roll that many d6s and regain hit points.
Can I split?
No.
86.
And there is no limit. Now, once you eat a soul in this way, you need to take a short rest before you may do so again.
Okay. I'm going to get a 5th and a 3rd level slot.
There's no limit, so if you want to get an 8th level slot back, go right ahead.
Actually, I am going to get an 8th level slot back. I'm going to run back here.
And
there's a chance that using the teleport spell within Drakkenheim could cause a
If
mess.
you try to teleport out of the deep haze, it could cause problems.
But if I teleport within the
Within the deep haze, as long as you're not, it depends on how far you want to go.
We only came here for the reliquary, right?
I'm going.
You got... Yeah. So I run back in, and as my 4th and final time stop move, I'm going to cast teleport with the 3 of us, and I'm going to go back to the streets outside the abbey.
All right. That's that.
So we appear.
Yeah, and time stop ends.
And you guys, you were like drawing Ignatius
I just got hit by a giant
and
arrow.
a slaying arrow, and like you feel like the angel is about to like take another shot, and then all of a sudden you're like, where am I? What?
And in my infinite knowledge, I'm like, as it should have been.
I got it.
You got the box.
Yep.
Let us go.
And we just hear like chaos as
Yeah.
like a worm is going havoc on.
And we run into the night.
Yes! Time stop!
Time stop for the win!
Why is your bag glowing yellow?
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
So
It's glowing through.
Sebastian, you can roll 4d6.
Your bag looks hot. It looks hot right now.
20.
That's how many golden delirium shards.
Baby.
28 golden delirium.
Wow.
And the purple worm is left to... I'm sorry.
I had a question though about the banishment. Does it eventually come back, the other worm? Guess we'll never know.
Well, now we have to figure out what to do for the rest of this episode.
So we just walk away. We're like, you're counting delirium, golden delirium.
Yeah, I'm like, how many did I get?
So to
I'm
summarize, you've collected, because there were the other people that you killed before. So you have 28 golden delirium shards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have Lucretia Matthias's original manuscripts.
Yeah.
Yep.
We burned her room.
You have the 4 spell scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the reliquary.
Yeah.
And you have the helm.
Yeah.
And the defenses of St. Selena's Abbey are destroyed. There is a purple worm loose in the Abbey.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
Maybe another one eventually.
That just
Lucretia
shows up the next
Matthias's
day.
bedroom is on fire. And most of the buildings are collapsing.
And a lot of her followers.
The
are
shot
eaten.
pans out as like the chaos and the pandemonium.
walking
And
away.
all you do see in the distance as you are walking away is the other Plaintar angels are flying back over to St. Selena's Abbey, and you hear the sounds of battle and the roaring of the worms in the distance and you see that many of the followers of the Falling Fire, like the common folk amongst them, are fleeing back out towards Champion's Gate. But with all that in hand, the 3 of you are able to slip out of the city and return on your way back.
How long does it take us to get out of the city?
Each of you can roll me a d6.
And I
4.
I just want to
3.
remind you that we don't have neutralizing field.
Yeah.
2.
So you can all roll one more save against the D-Pays.
Because we're pretty
27.
29.
22.
You all succeed.
Feeling invigorated. Can I check out that helmet?
I guess the reason I
yeah,
asked
yeah,
is because
yeah.
how long does it take my mind to go back to normal?
By the time you're at the outskirts of the
Interesting.
city,
Yeah.
everything is starting to wear off, and then you do take that psychic damage.
The eye closes and fuses back into your
Yeah.
forehead.
Pluto? Your new helmet.
Wow.
Oh, I feel so blessed.
How much damage?
I've done a lot of
64.
great things today.
Ignorance is bliss, guys. Okay.
Yeah, you were so
Never.
cool. That was awesome, Veo.
Awesome. I saw things that happened. I saw things that were.
Did you notice that when she spoke, she had like 18 different voices? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was creepy.
Your
and you had
confidence.
3
I saw
eyes.
things that were to happen, and I never want to see them again.
But you did it, Veo.
Veo, you set up an amazing entrance, and Sebastian riding the worms in. I don't even actually know what you did. We were an angel shot me with an arrow, and then I appeared walking away, and you're just counting delirium crystal. Like, did I just close? I blinked, and everything just happened.
I need to let you guys know. So, I've been really messing around with space and time and trying to like move people through space and time.
Yeah.
I think I've mastered temporarily being able to slow time down to an almost impossible to comprehend speed. But I still move properly. So when I saw you take that arrow, I ran into the next room, I stopped time, I found the reliquary,
Wow.
I stole a ton of golden delirium,
Yeah.
and I teleported us out of there.
Amazing. That's simply amazing. That's what we needed.
And as far as I'm concerned, this is an absolute win.
We really showed her mercy. What mercy does.
Okay. So, Pluto, if you wish, you can normally. Most of the relics of Saint Vitruvio require attunement by spellcasters, but because of your blessing that you got by the Divine Matriarch, I'm willing to overlook that requirement.
Wow. Keeps paying dues.
If you attune to the Helm of Patron Saints, so you have 3 attunement slots. So if you attune to Ignatius, the Shield, and the Helm of Patron Saints,
Yeah.
you gain the ability to attune to 2 additional magic items, but they must be the other relics of Saint Vitruvio, because there's 5 in total.
Holy moly.
Okay.
So I ditched my ring.
Or you have a free attunement slot, don't you?
Well, okay, so
You have to.
so
The shield and the sword both require attunement.
technically, yeah, I would have had the shield,
Right.
the sword, and the ring.
So no more ring.
I'm going to wear my ring, but it's more ceremonial at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, because you are attuned to 3 of the 5 relics of Saint Vitruvio, you now gain the ability to cast the heal spell 3 times per day.
Oh, that's huge.
It's huge.
We have a healer.
While you wear the Helm of Patron Saints, you can see invisible creatures and objects within 60 feet of you. Actually, the Helm of Patron Saint should be on D&D Beyond.
Oh, amazing.
And Saint Vitruvio's reliquary, which is listed as phylactery, is also there. You can use, and then Saint Vitruvio's phylactery, you can use it to cast Bless, Death Ward, Greater Restoration, Prayer of Healing, or Revivify each once per day.
You're a paladin cleric fighter.
How do I spell Vitruvio? I asked.
Vitruvio.
I said confidently. How do I spell?
Do you have Drakkenheim stuff turned on?
Yeah, totally. There it is. Add equipment. And the shield too, right?
Yeah, so you got the shield, Ignatius, the reliquary, and the helm. So the only thing that you don't have is the scepter, which is back in storage.
Yeah.
But if I attune to the scepter,
Yes.
How do you carry the shield, the sword, and the scepter?
You just have
have
to
it.
One on the belt?
hold one,
On
yeah.
your person.
and we have the phylactery.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can I attune to the phylactery?
Yep.
Holy moly.
And so you can choose which spellcasting ability you want to use, but it probably should be wisdom.
My wisdom's actually a +2.
Okay, yeah.
I know I can't choose strength.
Yeah, and the helm
Strength of will.
boosts your save DC and spell attack. Although I don't think any of these spells that you can actually cast from any of these have save DCs anyways.
It's all about
Yeah.
saving my friends.
Yeah.
I can't find the shield of Saint Vitruvio.
It is called the Shield of the Sacred Flame
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
in D&D Beyond.
Can we figure out what those scrolls were?
And the 3 books?
Okay.
I feel so strong.
Or
Lucretia Matthias's original manuscripts count as a tome of clear thought, a tome of understanding, and a tome of leadership of influence, respectively.
So that's +2 to...
Int, Wiz, and Cha.
No, I'll take the cha, please.
Can I do the whiz?
I'll take
Can I
the
whiz
end.
it?
I'll take the end.
Okay. Yeah, because your spellcasting is int, isn't it? Arcane Trickster?
It is int based, yeah.
Yeah, so if you take int, you take whiz, and I'll take cha.
Is it manuals? Are these manuals?
Yeah.
Yeah, tome of clear thought, understanding, and leadership of influence.
We can't read these yet, though. We can't.
No, you'll have to spend a week reading them.
I mean,
So I have the clear thought. I have it, but I haven't read it yet.
and I have the tome of understanding.
I mean, last time it took me a really long time to read a book.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, same.
Look, honestly, I was just really happy that the manual of gainful exercise was more of like a reference manual. It had a lot of pictures. It had a lot of like example stuff. There's a lot of diagrams and it really helped.
This one's all letters, sorry.
The scrolls, a scroll of Conjure Celestial, a scroll of Anti-Magic Field, a scroll of Heal, and a scroll of Sunbeam.
Well, gonna use all of those against Lucretia Matthias.
It not work?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess she's immune to... Well, I could
Radiant?
we could still anti-magic field her.
Yes, that one will. Yes.
And heal ourselves. I'm not going to use that on Lucretia.
And then Sunbeam,
Sunbeam does a lot of radiance, so maybe not. But
maybe when we get to the castle.
I'm going to add those into my inventory. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
The heal thing isn't written, but that's just something that's special because I have 3 of them.
Yep.
So I can cast heal and I can see invisible creatures
Yep.
up to 60.
And then you can also cast the spells out of the
Phylactery.
So you know.
Yeah.
Amazing. I feel so strong right now.
Yeah, which are bless, death ward, greater
That's what I was
restoration,
trying to
prayer,
Oh,
healing,
yeah,
and
yeah.
revivify.
Oh, and I used heroes.
Maybe you need to catch a greater restoration, Veo, for all your contamination.
Oh,
I do have a scroll of greater restoration, but we are
It's
also...
actually the heal spell that reduces.
I can use.
So a casting of heal removes all contamination levels
But then-
without turning it into exhaustion.
Yeah.
Do you want to use a heal since you replenish them?
I drop a heal on Veo.
What does that look like for Saint Pluto?
The magic items do all the heavy lifting. I'm more of like a puppet. But I sort of like trust Ignatius to guide me, and I'm sort of like timidly, like I'm not sure because I've never done this before, and I sort of place my hand upon the upper part of your back, like, and I just sort of sit there and I just sort of close my eyes, and you can see me whisper some things, but I'm being told what to whisper, and then a kind of like a flash, the helm sort of flashes, and then you feel the power surge through you.
I feel lighter. I feel cleaner, which is not my preference, but in a good way, you know. Pluto, you're amazing.
I mean, both of you are amazing. I mean, I felt like I was really on for a ride. What you both accomplished there was incredible. Disabling the brazier to allow Sebastian to have this amazing moment of this chaos and crashing in and really disrupting her plans. Like, that was really well done, both of you.
You know, it's rare that this happens, but we got to remember that we're at our best when we're causing absolute mischief.
Yes.
When we are ruining everybody's day, we excel.
With zero regard for the consequences of our actions. Like, as soon as we just let go,
Yeah.
we really thrive.
I mean, we've heard the rest of our team say this. Like, we're a wrecking ball that if you point in the right direction, we get it done. And we need to stop trying to not be a wrecking ball and just accept that we're a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
We're a stealthy wrecking ball.
Yeah.
We're a magic wrecking ball. And we're a saint wrecking ball.
Just a physical, strong wrecking ball. And you know what? Lucretia, she may have said we could have been saved, but maybe our best selves are not saved.
Look, I believe. Do you believe?
I think we're living our best selves right now. I think this is the best we get.
When we believe in
Sebastian,
ourselves.
when you drank the one soul, did you leave that crystal behind?
Yeah. I feel like I
You
drank.
littered?
Yeah, I feel like I drank them and tossed
Was it
the.
a big? I thought it was a big one.
You
know?
just
left regular delirium.
tuck it into the file.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Oh. This seems relevant to me.
Well, it doesn't seem relevant to me.
Okay.
Oh no.
No.
That's definitely going to come back, but I love that it is.
See, I couldn't actually tell which one was the worst option. I'm like, well, it turns into regular delirium, so I don't want that.
Well, I'm sure she's going to figure out that you can do that
But it's
now.
worth a lot right now.
You feel, having consumed those souls twice now, like, you do feel lighter. Like, there is a part of you that feels like, you know, as like the memories and experiences of those people wash into you. You feel, I don't know, you feel like full of life, full of goodness.
The path to Divine Soul Sorcerer has begun.
I think your belly is more full than your soul.
No, you know what? New leaf. Sebastian is now a holy man.
I baptize you.
Oh.
They gave me that power. They totally gave me that
This
power.
is the second time you've done this for me.
Yeah.
Forgive me of all my sins.
And I do it for you too. There, you're baptized. Cleansed.
This whole thing, no sins.
No sins. All is forgiven.
So as you leave Drakkenheim, What's your next move?
Flame be with you.
Repent!
We're gonna go back. We're gonna report, and then we're probably gonna make a plan. We don't want to.
Grab some bones, right?
Yeah, we need to grab the bones of Argonath. So I don't want to waste too much time. I do think a long rest is probably in order.
Yeah.
But we go back. We give a report. We lick our wounds for as the.
So you're going to head back to Camp Dawn?
I think so, and then head back into the cathedral.
Okay. So you spend the rest of the day on the long trek back to Camp Dawn. It's late at night, actually, by the time that you get back to Camp Dawn. Battered and bruised, you are welcomed back in, and it's late enough though that word from what you did and what you achieved is there's a lot of expectation around what happened. And so as exhausted as you are, as you get back into the camp, Ophelia Reed, Elias Drexel, and Eldrick would like to hear your report before they let Wilhelm know of your progress.
Listen, guys. We don't have Lucretia Matthias yet. She is an extremely potent adversary. Mm-hmm. We tried to apprehend her, and a bunch of angels got involved, and it turned ugly pretty quick. But we used that opportunity to dismantle St. Selena's Abbey, retrieve the Helm of St. Vitruvio and the Reliquary of St. Vitruvio. Her base of operations is reduced to rubble. We've come back to patch up a bit, but we are heading after the bones of Argonath next.
Ophelia Reed says, This is truly remarkable what you've achieved. Did you acquire her manuscripts?
Yeah. I was hoping to read through them, but they're here.
If you would be willing to turn them over to us when you're done with them, we might be able to use these to discredit her.
By all means. We're each going to read one.
And then we'll summarize it for each other.
And then we'll summarize it for each other, and then you can have them.
Should we, just in case, leave them here and then get them when we come back?
Maybe, because we're only going to read them during downtime.
And honestly, I'm not going to read it before I read the other stuff. I got a lot of reading to do, and I'm not fast.
I just think just in case we do see her again and something happens, it's better. Regardless if we can take her in, they at least have something, and we can come back in.
Absolutely. Ophelia, we would love to leave these in your safeguard, but we would like access to them later.
I find it very concerning, though, that such powerful angels and spirits of individuals like Saint Gresha have been called by Lucretia Matthias to serve her cause. Eldrick pipes up, but you have recovered some of that sanctified delirium.
Yeah. I have
like one.
Yeah, I got a couple here. Do you want one?
Would you permit myself and, if you would, Flamekeeper Reed, perhaps both of us should examine them to just see if we can learn any more about what actually is occurring here?
Let me subtract 1 from my 28.
He only has a few to give.
How many do you need?
If we could each have one to examine.
Okay. No problem.
Ophelia Reed says, nevertheless, we should treat these with respect. They are the souls of people who have given their lives believing that they serve the sacred flame.
Yeah.
My hope is that there's a way that we can find a way to release these souls so that they may go to their proper destination.
Ophelia, what we found in the basement, though, was a large golden delirium crystal, almost like a golden delirium heart that they're creating using many of these crystals.
I don't know what to make of that. And Eldrick says, I'm not sure either. But that amount of spiritual energy, souls are powerful vessels for incredible magic. I know that what Lucretia Matthias says sounds unlikely. Regardless of that, hundreds of souls, all kept together in one place, kept within delirium crystals. The amount of energy, magical energy, divine magical energy stored there could achieve something incredible if there was a way to channel it towards a purpose.
Well, that's starting to sound like Lucretia knew what she was talking about.
If the crystals are combining, if they're brought together in one place, a single soul, the type of magic that you can do with it is dark and terrible. Ophelia Reed says it's wrong. A soul is not meant to be used like a battery for some kind of blasphemous experiment. That's not what they're for. And Eldrick jumps in and says, even in the academy, we do use binding magic, but the magic to bind a mortal soul into a vessel is extraordinarily powerful, and we do not condone using magic in that way. We have methods of using delirium as vessels to store the animus of magical creatures, but not the souls of mortals.
Yeah, I can, off the top of my head, think of like 3 to 5 better things to do with a soul.
That's concerning. Nevertheless, what Lucretia Matthias could potentially do using these, there's a lot of possibilities.
I mean, even if it is meant for a righteous and positive purpose in Drakkenheim, we still don't want to use it that way. We have other means to get rid of delirium. Maybe there's a way to figure out how to free those souls. If you could figure that out with these crystals.
Ophelia Reed does say, but that could also explain why she is able to also call down so many angels. She's powerful in her faith, and if she has these kind of relics acting as a conduit, that is probably why she's been able to call angels like Zariel and the others.
Ophelia, you're hoping to find a way to release souls from the Golden Delirium.
Between you and me, that seems to me to be the only choice that we have. If it is possible to release these souls to free their spirits despite what they have done, I don't think that they deserve to be annihilated. And they certainly don't deserve to languish trapped forever.
Ophelia, if you could let me know if you find a way to release the soul from the Golden Delirium. If you uncover that, I will make sure to get you as much Golden Delirium as I can.
It seems to me that at some point we will need to take St. Selena's and deal with that. Ophelia and I, along with River, will discuss what could possibly be done to unmake that. Because whatever Lucretia Matthias is doing with that shrine, it is an incredible locus of power.
And it's in pretty close proximity, relatively, to the true delirium heart, right?
Indeed. One can only wonder what would occur if it was brought to the delirium heart.
Well, and we didn't want to disturb it more than that because it's not just any delirium, it's golden delirium. So it's there, and it might continue to grow, but if we could figure out a way to help them.
Can we do a science experiment? You guys open for a little bit of a...
Science experiments are my favorite.
Depends on what it is.
I mean, Eldrick, Ophelia, Reed, I want you to observe this, but can I borrow one golden delirium and maybe like a shard of regular delirium?
Here's a gold, We blew up all of our shards. I'm sure there's one around here somewhere.
Anyone have a shard of delirium?
Eldrick does have some.
What
Maybe
happens
A wall of force that we can put this behind.
when we put them together?
Not right now.
Eldrick says, I suspect that merely touching the crystals together would not be sufficient to transfer energy between them. Merely touching them does not seem sufficient. However, you might be onto something, Paluto. It's an astute observation. The idea that and that might have just been, what if that was Lucretia Mathias's plan? What if there is some way that by touching the golden delirium to regular delirium, what if she is correct? What if it actually is possible to purify the delirium using the golden delirium?
The thing is, when you
You cough up a soul.
Ophelia has
when you
has a
remove
moment-
the soul from the golden delirium, it reverts back to regular delirium.
Ophelia says, but if you said that those crystals were merging together,
To a bigger golden delirium.
at what point are there... That's why Lucretia Mathias talks about needing so many to complete the sacrament. It's not enough to have a few, but if she has hundreds, thousands, millions...
Okay, wait. Are we?
There's like a look between Ophelia and Eldrick of like the idea that, and if she has a way to do that, she already has a way to safely embed. What if she has found something? What if she is correct?
I think even if she is correct, her end goal is not to save this place. It is to destroy it and send that out to the rest of the universe.
Delirium will seep into the heart of this planet, and this planet will be destroyed. That is what I saw in the vision when I touched the delirium heart. Whether or not that delirium is octarine or golden doesn't change the outcome of this planet exploding.
But Ophelia says, but that's just it.
Yeah.
You would need the energy of the planet exploding to allow all the souls. You would need thousands, millions of souls.
If it shot out all that golden delirium
All at the same
throughout
time.
cosmos, so the world blowing up is the inevitable that she talks about, and
But-
it sends these shards of golden delirium
It would
scattered across
reverse
the
the
universe.
it would reverse the entire process by which delirium is operating under.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Are we?
And it needs all the souls of like basically the planet.
Are we switching sides?
No.
No, but it is based on everything that we know thus far. Delirium is spreading throughout the cosmos. It appears by all respects to be a fundamental element of the fabric of our universe. What Lucretia Mathias may have discovered is a means by using mortal souls to actually reverse the way that it operates. And if those crystals are merging together, this would indicate that she is completely correct. And yes, the magical energy of an entire planet being destroyed, filled with millions and millions of souls, that, it seems insane, and it would take thousands, maybe millions of years, but it could fundamentally change the balance of the cosmos.
What are we proposing here?
I mean, I think don't think for a moment that this means that we just align ourselves. Her discovery and her ends, that path is, I think, much different. If we can replicate this process in a way of not using people's souls, we could send out this golden delirium,
We could launch a golden delirium meteor into space.
But it's not just a meteor.
or at least
that would do
purify the stuff that's here.
However, that appears to be the crux of the matter, is that to transform delirium into golden delirium initially requires the sacrifice of a mortal soul.
Yeah.
And to achieve what you're talking about, the amount of energy that she has already accumulated with several hundred mortal souls. It's a lot, but the idea of thousands or millions of people, it's an order of magnitude that we're talking about here. There is no and you can see that like Eldrick's brain is like breaking with the scale of it, and he says like this is an unprecedented sacrifice, a massive amount of death. It would certainly require the complete capitulation of millions of people on this world to taking that ritual and performing that. But in terms of the energy involved and the possibility of that's what it's been this whole time. Ophelia Reed says, I have to read the manuscripts because what if that's what it is? What if that has always been what it is for her?
That's her belief. That's what she needs them to believe, that they're sacrificed.
But how can we discredit her knowing this? If this is true, if this is true.
If this is true, are you willing to give up the lives of everyone to potentially save the unknown?
But it is true what Lucretia Mathias says. The sacred flame has always demanded sacrifice, has always demanded that mortals put their lives forward for those of others. Saint Tarna did it. Countless other saints have done it. Sacrificing oneself to save others. That it is a high purpose, it is a high ask. And it's hard to think of the idea of asking everybody to do that, but I don't know.
I ask you, Ophelia, for what purpose? What purpose is the realm of everyone meant to sacrifice? What then is the end of that?
She shakes her head. I don't know.
For who and what
maybe
we sacrifice
we all
for?
need to have like a little meditation on this. Maybe we all need to sit down and really think about things before we decide our next
Eldrick says,
course of action.
You three know. You've seen the horrors of the space between worlds. You've seen the darkness lurking in the eldritch cosmos. The overwhelming chaos that defines our world. The idea that what are our lives compared to that? What is this world compared to the darkness and uncaring chaos of the cosmos beyond? In that light, in the cosmic scale, the sacrifice of but one world to reverse that is nothing. It's nothing. It's a bargain.
Well, why do we have to sacrifice our world? Why can't we find another world to sacrifice?
Now we're talking about every person alive on this planet basically giving up this planet, giving up everything we fought for, giving up ourselves, everybody. Everything sacrificed in the hopes that we're right.
You know what? Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, maybe that is a divine purpose, but I think sometimes we look too big. I think I'm happy looking at what we're dealing with right here.
Our divine purpose should be about saving who we can, what we can. I think that we need to respect the lives of everybody on this planet. We need to honor them and everything that they fought for, everything that they stand for, everything that Hooded Lanterns have gone and died for, everything that the Amethyst Academy mages have fought and died for. All of those deaths to try to protect this world. What are they for if we just say, yeah, we can just let it all blow up? Because maybe.
Who's in the room right now?
Ophelia, Eldrick, and Elias.
And the three of us.
What is Elias?
Elias, what do you think?
Elias says, I'm inclined to agree. We only have one world. Our world. We have sacrificed much, and people have given their lives to protect this world, to defend this world. Those high-minded ideals, perhaps it is, but we have to take care of ourselves. We owe it to those who gave their lives already.
It's
This high-minded idea. Eldrick, Ophelia, you go check it out. See if you think this works, but to me, it all sounds like hogwash.
I know that I have a reputation for sounding selfish, and I don't want this to come off as selfish, but it's not just about me and wanting to survive. It's about the people I care about. It's about my family. It's about my best friends. It's about their families. It's about everybody on this planet. I don't want to just see that all go away. It feels like giving up.
And we can't. And Eldrick says no. Elias says no. We're not giving up. We fought for too much. Shed too much blood. And there's more to be spilled still.
Eldrick, I see we've come across this discovery, but I have faith in the Academy, the wisdom, the intelligence that exists within the Academy, that we could understand and build upon this idea. It does not have to stay as is. I think we can figure it out with time.
Very well. We will study the Golden Delirium, but that idea, it rests heavily upon my conscience. And Ophelia says, mine as well. But I think that we have our path forward.
Maybe we're gonna keep these books for now in our bags.
You want to keep the books?
I just
And
wanna
on that
keep this
note,
book.
I think that is where we will end.
Oh, man. That's a revelation.
I won't lie, I wasn't prepared for
I was not
our two strongest allies to go all in on Lucretia Matthias.
Right after we burned her bed.
Yeah, like
you
way
could
to
have
make
done
me
this 2 hours ago.
way to make me feel so bad for everything I just did. There, I burnt down everything she owns and stole from here. What do you think? Oh, maybe she was right.
Excuse
Maybe we should be listening to her.
Excuse.
Yeah, I just went on a murder spree because I thought we were resolute in our decisions.
In a worm somewhere.
Oh, God. Yeah, there's a worm that's eaten like 40 people, including a guy with pumpkins and a lady with a basket of bread.
Bread.
Oh.
We are the bad guys.
No, I know what I believe. And I'm sticking to it. And I'm glad that at least...
Nuts to the logic.
Yeah.
No, Eldrick...
Nuts to new information.
Elias had our back. But also, like, there's a certain way of saying it that sounds bad. It's like, we
like
could
when
all die to save the entire universe. And it's like, no. We don't even know what the entire universe is.
We also have this sunk cost fallacy where we've had so many people die for our cause that we're like, even presented with new information, we're like, no. We've given too much to do the thing that we already decided is true. Doesn't matter what new information we're given. We're going forward anyway.
But I feel like we always knew that we knew this information from the moment we touched the delirium heart and spoke to Lucretia Matthias. And she was like,
the world's going to blow up.
Yeah, the world's going to blow up and we can save everybody. And we were like, no, we don't want the world to blow up. That's been our point from the moment we touched the delirium heart at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
The point that Sebastian and Pluto came to was, let's not let the planet blow up.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point, is Lucretia Matthias might be onto something, but is there a better choice?
Yes, I think there is. Okay, truly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, there's a world somewhere full of dog people. They can do it. They can blow themselves up and send the delirium everywhere, and we'll be fine.
Why the dog people?
Why? Because dogs and cats, like there's a rivalry.
What about Reaper? My pet dog.
He's a shadow.
But like a bunch of dog or turtle people, they can blow themselves up.
Okay, the turtle people can blow themselves up.
They blow themselves up. They sacrifice themselves. We just blow up the delirium.
You know what?
But like that
save
seems
ourselves.
like almost the easy way, not the easy way in terms of like, yeah, they do it, but like the easy way to just save it. But I'm like, there's a way that we could figure it out here and then share that knowledge, I'm sure, as we grow into spacefaring
And someone
people.
else can sacrifice
No,
their
this is the problem. Is it also sounds like not my problem. Somebody else can deal with the burden, and
Yeah. Why? What? We just because we.
Why do we get the burden of the whole universe on us?
Yeah, someone else.
That's
do
not
it.
fair.
Yeah, the turtle people do it. I don't
Yeah,
wanna do it.
it's up to the turtle people now.
Yeah, it's on you, turtle people. Here's how you do it. Go do it.
Maybe we send a message into space being like, listen,
Here's the instructions. There you go.
if you blow up your entire planet and kill everybody on it,
But first, do the sacrifice.
you
save
could
it.
save a lot of people that you don't know if they
It's
exist.
just the trolley problem on the cosmic scale.
Yeah, the cosmic scale trolley problem is hard, and I don't like it.
Where else is this happening where other people may have chose that and we're like, no.
How
They
what's
could have chosen the trolley problem over there.
in the infinite amount of space? Should we assume that infinite amount of people have chosen not to do this?
Or maybe some have, and
What
it
if
just
we're the
hasn't
first
reached
ones?
us yet.
What if we're the first ones to figure it out?
No, somebody else has figured it out, and there's already golden delirium rocketing through
There's
space.
Selfish. Yeah.
So, like, we gotta protect ourselves because the solution's already out there.
So what happens if the planet blows up and there's a whole planet almost blowing up with the purple delirium and only a piece of the gold delirium goes there? Is that really gonna save the whole planet? No.
Yeah, I'm with Mayo. Nuts to the whole plan.
There probably needs to be
Yeah, you're right, Mayo.
several universes of planets that need to blow up in order to fix it.
And look, this is millions of years. I haven't even figured out what we're having for dinner next week, so I don't have to carry this.
No.
No.
Yeah, don't put the weight of the universe
Okay,
on your
Drakkenheim.
shoulders.
We're
I'm a saint.
good.
I'm a saint right now. I'm enjoying it.
Alrighty. Well, a big thank you to Jill, Kelly, and Joe for playing tonight.
A big thank you to Kyle for
Thank you,
all his
Kyle.
work behind the scenes. And a big thank you to Monty Martin.
Thank you for that
You,
revelation.
you had to get a curveball in there, didn't you?
Yeah, that's great.
Didn't
That's so
you?
great. And
Everything
what-
was going way too good for us.
But thank you for that wonderful moment.
Yeah.
All of those moments. So many great moments this episode.
Yeah, it was great.
We got to see some.
Honestly, that came from Paluto being like, "What if we took the two pieces?" And that was all you, man. That was all you.
You don't get to do smart things anymore.
Yeah, what happened to dumb Pluto? Where's dumb Pluto?
It'd be like, "Can we purify this?" And then, yeah, there you go.
I solved it. I took a page out of Veo's book,
Yep.
The All-Seeing Veo. And thank you to some incredible, talented artists who produced these amazing assets. We have like amazing purple worms, delirium worms. We have archangels, miniatures by Hero Forge,
Whiz
Dwarven
Kids,
Forge.
Dwarven Forge scenery.
and music by Tabletop Audio, and player character artwork by Elizabeth Perot.
Of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store where you can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes shirts, including what's the worst that could happen? Our world
This is
blowing
it.
up. Golden
This is
Delirium.
it.
Check it out at bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch. And of course, if you want to support the channel and bring Drakkenheim to your tables at home, check out Drakkenheim.com for all of your favorites.
Also, you can help support the channel by signing up for our Patreon. Links are down below where you can get on to make everything that we do here possible.
You can also hop on our patron-exclusive Discord, where you can chat with all of us about whether or not blowing up the planet is the right choice, or if saving the planet is the better choice. Up to you. It's up to us, actually, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings. So join us on Discord for the chat.
Tell us.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time in Drakkenheim.